Ladies and gentlemen, dog lovers, corgi enthusiasts, and people who just accidentally Googled short dog with long butt, welcome to this video, also known as me talking way too long about male corgi names. Now, you might be thinking, really? A video about dog names? That's not exactly rocket science. But let me tell you, naming a corgi is serious business. You're not just picking a label, you're deciding how many times you'll yell something across a crowded dog park for the next 15 years of your life. Do you want to be the person screaming, "Sir Fluffy Butt the Third," while your corgi is stealing a toddler's ice cream? Or do you want something cool, crisp, and commanding like, "Thor, drop the burrito"? That's why I've assembled the 50-plus coolest male corgi names that will not only make your pup stand out, but will also guarantee you the respect, admiration, and mild confusion of every other dog owner in the park. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into this corgi naming extravaganza. 1. Classic cool names. These are the names that make your corgi sound like he's either the lead in a Netflix series or the coolest kid in high school who skateboarded to class. Max, because every park has a Max, but your corgi will be the coolest Max. Jake, casual, friendly, and trustworthy, like the guy who helps you move a couch. Leo, strong, simple, sounds like your corgi could star in a romance novel. Finn, half adventurer, half Disney prince. Ace, for the corgi who thinks he's Maverick from Top Gun. 2. Names with swagger. If your corgi walks into the park like he owns the place, tail wagging like it's on the runway, these names are for him. Diesel. Your corgi may be small, but he's built like a compact tank. Rocco has "don't mess with me" energy, even if he's rolling in mud. Kingston, royal but with a reggae twist. Jax, short, cool, sounds like he rides motorcycles. Blaze, for the corgi who zooms around the park like a furry race car. 3. Names inspired by legends. Because your corgi deserves to be named like a champion, even if he trips over his own paws. Thor, mighty hammer not included but big attitude guaranteed. Zeus, ruler of the dog park, bringer of thunder, destroyer of tennis balls. Hercules, strong enough to drag a sock across the house. Apollo, god of sun, music, and stealing sandwiches. Odin, for the corgi with one eye on the treat jar at all times. 4. Food-inspired names. Because honestly, most corgis are powered entirely by snacks. Nacho works especially well if your corgi is cheesy. Biscuit, classic, warm, golden brown, just like his fur. Taco, bonus points if he's short and spicy. Pickles, perfectly ridiculous and adorable. Brownie, sweet, small, and impossible to resist. 5. Names for the mischief makers. We all know corgis are secretly masterminds of chaos. These names fit the troublemakers. Bandit, for the corgi who steals socks, shoes, and hearts. Maverick, a rebel who plays fetch on his own terms. Chaos, you think it's a joke until your couch cushions vanish. Shadow, always behind you, plotting. Rascal, the ale name every grandma uses when something's been knocked over. 6. Nerdy cool names. Because yes, you can be both geeky and awesome, just like your corgi. Pixel, perfect for gamers and tech lovers. Yoda, small, wise, speaks in confusing commands. Sit, you must. Gizmo, half corgi, half gremlin, all trouble. Neo, your corgi is the one. Spock, logical but secretly into belly rubs. 7. Nature-inspired names, for corgis who love mud, grass, and pretending they're wolves. Rocky, tough on the outside, fluffy on the inside. Hunter, chases butterflies like they're elk. Storm, dramatic zoomies included. Bear, ironically perfect for a small dog. River, calming until he dives straight into one. 8. Fancy gentleman names, for the corgi who looks like he should be sipping tea while wearing a monocle. Chester, the kind of corgi who owns a library. Winston, dignified but still rolls in mud anyway. Baxter, a name that says, yes, I own a yacht. Archie, royal vibes, but still goofy. Percival, bonus points if you call him Percy. 9. Names that just sound cool. Sometimes it's not about meaning, it's about the vibe. Zeke, strong and sharp. Axel, rock star energy. Ryder, always moving, always cool. Knox, short and punchy. Colt, fast, spirited, adventurous. 10. Absolutely ridiculous but amazing names, because life is short and so are corgis. Sir Wigglebutt, a name and a warning label. Captain Fluff, commanding officer of the couch. Lord Biscuit Pants, for the true aristocrats. Turbo Nubs, because corgis don't have tails, they have nubs of fury. Professor Snugglepaws, sounds fake, but he has tenure. So there you have it, 50+ cool male corgi names that will guarantee your pup becomes the Beyoncé of the dog park. Whether you go with something classic like Max, epic like Thor, or completely absurd like Professor Snugglepaws, the truth is, your corgi doesn't care. He just wants treats. But the good news is, you will care. You'll care when every other owner at the park is like, did she just call her dog Turbo Nubs? And you'll stand tall, proud, and say, yes, I did. Because naming a corgi is not just about identification, it's about comedy, creativity, and making sure you have a great story to tell when people ask, why on earth did you name your dog that?